Who could have imagined that Nottingham Forest, a club that spent 23 long years away from the Premier League, would suddenly be competing in a top 4 battle and eyeing Champions League qualification? In just 8 months, the narrative surrounding Forest has changed dramatically, now sitting 3rd in the table and even giving league leaders Liverpool a run for their money. Nuno Espírito Santos' side are this season's surprise package, which feels almost surreal considering they barely survived relegation in the past 2 seasons. But amidst the euphoria among fans and the intrigue for us neutral observers, one question stands out. How have Nottingham Forest suddenly become amazing? The 2023-24 season was one to forget for Forest. Despite the caveat of them being hit with a 4-point deduction for breaching the Premier League's profit and sustainability rules, their survival from relegation was anything but emphatic. With a meager total of 32 points, they recorded the lowest ever tally for a club that managed to stay up, surviving only because Luton Town, Burnley, and Sheffield United posted the lowest points tallies for 3 relegated teams combined. However, this season, Forest are making the most of their survival. At this stage last season, they had collected only 16 points. Historically, when looking at a club's points differences between consecutive seasons after 20 games, only 3 teams have ever improved their returns by more than 20 points. A stat that highlights just how impressive Forest's improvement has been. Nuno has instilled an impressive defensive resolve and a knack for punishing teams with their pace on the counter, a formula that has seen them grab their first wins at Anfield since 1969, at Old Trafford since 1994, and at Goodison Park since 1999. The statistics this season back this up. Forest had an expected goals against of just 1.08 per 90 minutes in their first 16 Premier League matches, bettered by only Arsenal and Liverpool. They also demonstrated their prowess in set-piece situations during those games, scoring 7 goals while conceding just 2, a massive improvement to the 22 goals they shipped from dead ball scenarios last season. Yet, the most significant transformation goes beyond numbers. It's the profound confidence instilled within the squad, a belief that they not only belong in the Premier League but can compete with its very best. By the way, if you're enjoying the video so far, subscribe so that you don't miss out on our future videos. The appointment of Nuno in December 2023 marked a pivotal moment for Forest. The club believed he would be a step up from his predecessor, Steve Cooper, and that belief has proven to be well-founded this season. Cooper had formed a remarkable bond with the club's supporters and secured hero status by leading them back to the top flight in 2022 after a 23-year absence. But replacing him was exactly the kind of challenge Nuno craved. Not only to revive the club's fortunes, but also to revitalize his own damaged reputation. Now, any shadow of doubt hanging over him from his ill-fated 17-game spell at Tottenham, where his authority was unfairly undermined from the start due to him not being their first-choice replacement, has long since disappeared. And to have replaced a manager with Cooper's popularity and achieved what he has this season, including 2 Manager of the Month awards, makes a mockery of how he was written off. Nuno and Forest resemble a perfect marriage of club and manager. He enjoyed his most successful managerial stints at Rio Ave in Portugal, where he led them to Europa League qualification for the first time ever, and in the Premier League with Wolves, where he followed promotion with back-to-back 7th place finishes and European football. However, in the more demanding environments of bigger clubs, such as at Valencia, Porto, and Tottenham, he didn't have the same impact. In this regard, Forest is exactly the project best suited to him. A club with ample room to grow and the ambition, which we'll explore further later in the video, to be taken to the next level. Upon his arrival midway through last season, Nuno initially found it difficult to forge a bond with the players and staff due to the time constraints of an ongoing relegation battle. He lamented the lack of pre-season preparation as a means to convey his ideas and foster a sense of unity among the squad, something he had implemented at each of his previous jobs, which all began in the summer. However, after retaining Nuno for the summer of 2024, the club's previously gloomy atmosphere, stemming from their chaotic end to the prior season, instantly transformed for the better. Finally, Nuno had a pre-season training camp at Spain to look forward to, complete with 3 friendly matches. Although the training was intense and the days were long, this dedicated time together fostered the team unity he had been striving for. Nuno's hands-on approach to coaching has been essential, focused on building habits during intense training sessions that become second nature to the players during matches. One of Nuno's greatest successes at Forest has been fostering a fierce sense of togetherness, a quality he was criticized for lacking at Wolves due to his reluctance to make tactical substitutions during matches. He and his staff have created an environment where nearly every player feels they can make an impact, even if they aren't starters. For example, in their first 16 games, Forest utilized 76 of their 80 available substitutions, with only Brighton using more. While league finishes of 16th and 17th in the past 2 seasons may not seem like the foundation for success, they laid the groundwork for Forest's current transformation. The previous club owner, Fawaz Al-Hassawi, had ambitions to win Forest's 3rd European Cup. Instead, his 5-year reign culminated on the final match day of the 2016-17 season with a pitch invasion by supporters celebrating the rather less impressive feat of avoiding relegation to the 3rd division. Upon becoming the club's majority shareholder in May 2017, current owner Evangelos Marinakis, a Greek shipping tycoon with a passion for football, embarked on a quiet yet significant rebuild. Known for never settling for mediocrity, he immediately brought in a new recruitment team, upgraded various departments, and took a more active role in footballing matters, especially after the club's return to the Premier League in 2022. Marinakis shows no signs of slowing down his ambition at Forest. Plans for serious stadium redevelopment and further additions in upcoming transfer windows are already in the works, while the addition of former Arsenal sporting director Edu to his growing empire indicates a commitment to unearthing hidden gems in both playing and coaching departments. For all the questions asked of their recruitment strategy following promotion, Forest have since become a blueprint for championship sides on how to navigate the step up to the Premier League. Their initial spending spree may have seemed haphazard, but it was grounded in the necessity of filling their ranks with more Premier League-ready players. While not every deal has turned out well, for every signing like Jesse Lingard or Jonjo Shelvey, there have been valuable additions like Murillo and Anthony Elanga to restore the balance. As the team continues to rise and attract interest from Europe's biggest clubs, the challenge now will be to keep the core of this exciting squad intact. In football, the term fairy tales is often reserved for achievements by clubs without a history of sustained success. However, Forest's return to prominence always felt inevitable for a club with a more than decent trophy collection. While dreaming of greater things to come, Forest still have a long way to go. They may have enjoyed a bit of luck with injuries thus far, and they might not even finish in the top 4 at the end of it all. But everything points to this season being one for Forest fans to remember, a moment in their club's history that could mark the beginning of a new era. If you enjoyed this video, hit that like button and subscribe to the channel for more football news, stories, and insights. Also, don't forget to hit notifications so you never miss a beat. And with that, we'll see you in the next video.